Former football star whose life and a story inspired the Oscar-winning movie The Blind Side. Well, he's now suing the family who said they adopted him. DeMarco Morgan has the latest on this story. DeMarco, what a turn.
It's a talker, right?
Yeah,
especially this morning. It was a movie that captured the hearts of millions across the country. A story of hardship, family, adoption, race, and love with no boundaries. Well, this morning, Michael Oher, the man at the center of the big blockbuster, filing a lawsuit saying it was far from the truth.
Tony here's your quarterback, all right? You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me.
It was the story behind the Oscar-winning film, The Blind Side, about a homeless black teenager taken in by a well-to-do white family in the South and eventually becoming a first-round NFL draft pick.
Where were you taking him, Mike? To the bus. It was time for him to go home.
But this morning, the real-life inspiration behind that story, Michael Oher, asserting he was actually blindsided by the family who calls him their adopted son.
How can I help you?
I would like to become a legal guardian.
Lord, help that child.
Writing in newly filed court documents that Sean and Leanne Tuohy tricked him into signing what he thought were adoption papers, but what really turned out to be a conservatorship, and thereby enriching themselves at his expense, adding they only saw him as a gullible young man whose athletic talent could be exploited for their own benefit. Or who in recent years has spoken out about being less than pleased with his on-screen portrayal, alleging in the court documents that when the movie studio began negotiations to the rights behind his life story, he was paid nothing for something that would not have existed without him. While the Tuohys negotiated for themselves, including their two birth children, allegedly getting paid more than $200,000 each, plus a percentage based on the movie's success, the film would make more than $330 million at the box office. Leanne and Sean Tuohy have not responded to ABC News' request for comment, but in the past have denied making much money from the project, saying they only received a flat fee and anything earned was shared with Oher. But the couple's son, Sean Tuohy Jr., speaking out to Barstool Sports, saying this legal action was no surprise to the family.
This is not his first one. It's been a couple of years in the making. I'm surprised that it happened the way it did, but no one was.
So then one theory.
Upon its release back in 2009, The Blind Side winning over both hearts and critics, earning Sandra Bullock the Best Actress Academy Award that year with the Tuohys in the audience.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
The Tuohys soon after releasing a book on their experience, speaking with GMA in 2010.
Everyone needs money. It's more important to give of your time and of yourself and of your talents. That's what makes a difference. Michael's life necessarily wouldn't have been changed if we just wrote a check. He needed our time and our attention.
In addition to potential unpaid profits and damages, or asking the court to end the conservatorship and bar the Tuohys from using his name and likeness.
Michael says he's owed millions of dollars. It's going to be a question of an accounting of the revenue that they actually were able to earn as a result of using Michael's name, image, and likeness.
Now, in response to the accusations made by Michael Oher, Sean Tuohy recently told the Daily Memphian in a newspaper article, quote, "We didn't make any money off the movie," going on to say, "We are devastated. It's upsetting to think we would make money off any of our children, but we're going to love Michael at 37 just like we loved him at 16. And George, you got a chance to interview the Tuohys back in the day. This was a huge movie.
A huge movie. They've had a huge impact, and he's had a pretty consistent story over time.
Oh, he's not pretty consistent, very consistent with how he was not portrayed correctly in the movie. He was just here last week. He has a new book, and it's discounted how much he has worked, how much hard work he put into it. He knows that he had people who helped him. He barely mentions the Tuohys. But he's respectful because at the time he kept saying, I don't want to dampen the story about adoption.
Yeah.
He thought he was adopted.
Yeah.
Conservatorship is totally different.
But he definitely worked really hard. It's definitely not a Hollywood ending.
Not at all. Far from over.
Yeah, he was the one that got blindsided.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, DeMarco.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.